Just found out a certain DJ with a decent following is the shittiest person, and we wanna do the right thing, expose him and tell his girlfriend about it too. But he don't know how to do it properly. His friend opened up to me about him leading her on the year. We'll call her this friend Mary. He was 31 at the time and she was 20. They started talking last December and apparently she followed him because she recently found out about his music and really liked it. He's followed her back and started saying how pretty she is and promising they'll do a collab together. They even talked about dating and the possibility of marriage. They agreed on being a couple, by the way, so no delusions here. Like, she know this is very naive and she's very embarrassed about it, but what would you do at the age of 20 if one of your idols hit you like a bliss?
At the same time this was happening, he went on a New Year's tour in Japan with some fellow DJs, and among those DJs was his GF of multiple years. Mary didn't know they were together because he archived all the photos of them looking like a couple while Mary and him were talking. He kept talking to her after the tour and started promising he'll visit and stuff like that, but that never happened. They live in different countries. He went to Spain in July and he promised her that he was going to visit after his show there. He even exaggerated how much he wants to see her and how much he can't wait. They agreed on a call and he just kept avoiding her and then coming back again. He also kept asking for revealing pictures and commented on how good her body looks Adam Levine style, which is very ironic because he posted a meme about this a few years back on his Twitter. He was talking to Mary less and less until he eventually ghosted her. His excuses for not visiting her, calling her, or even texting her, mind you, they were supposed to be a couple, were, "My father is sick, I have family problems, I have no time," when in reality, he was on social media all the time and had all the time in the world to text her back. Mary only found out about his GF after she got ghosted, and not from him. She went to check his GF's Instagram, he mentioned her before in a conversation, and they made a collab album in January. And she saw him commenting hearts on her posts. After some time, when he thought this could be forgotten, he unarchived photos of them together. Mary didn't confront him about him cheating or leading her on. She wants to tell his GF and other people about what happened to her, but she's too embarrassed because she thinks she's going to get hated on for being naive and letting this happen. She felt unwanted, and she even started starving herself from depression at one point because of this situation. She's doing much better now and found herself a decent BF, but she's still scarred from this experience and has problems with self-esteem. She thinks all of it is her fault. I don't want to let him get away with this that easily. I can't help but think how he's doing his GF dirty like this and getting away with this. And Mary probably isn't the only person he cheated on her with. What should I do? Please ignore my absurd username. I can't change it. My current partner, who I have been with nearly 3 years, I found out he cheated on me with a pre-op escort. There was multiple messages, each one of them being pre-op. He kept this a secret for the last 11 months. I have only just found out due to him giving me his old phone as mine has broken and he hadn't wiped it. He told me he didn't know that the escort was pre-op and didn't know that the escort was also transsexual, although I find that hard to believe as he texted one to ask them to delete all messages and not to text back to my number if I sent a text. Luckily, this one was lovely to inform me of this. And in the message he said, "I messaged you a while back from a website." So I find that extremely hard to believe that he was not aware that this escort was pre-op and still had the same as him down below. He openly told me that he only received a BJ and gave the escort anal sex as he had never tried it. And it's something I wasn't willing to do right now. I used to say, "Wait till our honeymoon. I'll allow it then," he said. After it, he felt sick with guilt and said it was not worth it whatsoever, and he did not enjoy it. But then I found another message a month later to another pre-op escort. So I feel if he felt that bad doing that to me, why would he message a month later to another? I've not seen anything else since, and he swears it's no more. He said it because he had been self-sabotaging using drugs, drinking, and been in a bad place with his mental health. And we had only been in a relationship around 7 months at the time, maybe a bit longer. This sounds shallow for him to say. But he told me these escorts offered anal a lot cheaper than some other escorts, which I think he was referring to women, or even post-pre-op trans women. He never bothered to get an STI test after it, which has hurt me deeply. Knowing he could have put me at risk. I have just been tested and awaiting for results. He promises it was a moment of madness and doesn't have any intentions to do it again. Our relationship was and has been fantastic before finding this out. I've told him if he's attracted to trans women, I'm absolutely fine with that. And I'd rather him be open, or if he has fantasies or things that he's a bit confused about, I would be here to support him, whether that's still in a partnership or as a friend, as I do have a lot of love for him. I've also said bedroom wise, if he has any kinks or things, including anal, I'm willing to give it a go. But he says anal sex isn't his thing now that he's tried it, and not